Well, folks, when I look at this photograph, it looks like Anthony Joshua. Boy, he's under a lot of stress, isn't he? I mean, he's under stress from the press. Hey, that rhymes. That's because he's actually being asked some genuine questions, such as, hey, what about the $50 million that you asked for? Or, hey, do you really want to fight Wilder? Oh, yeah, and guys, there's somebody else in this photograph that, well, they're just clowning around. You guessed it, Dudu Andrade. Stay tuned.
So mean, I make medicine sick.
Come on! Root to the fruit, more bass than Bootsy Collins. You versus me, that's like Ali versus Foreman. Guards act, stand back and watch. Devil's timeout, can't be timed with no swatch. Watch who I am, the Black Abraham. Zungo, zungo, bang, yellow man, Vietnam. Adding extra bars, I spar with little tour, taking kingdoms from czars, winning more wars than the more.
Now what's the deal, star? I seen the devil spar with the law. Mathematics was the key to set my whole race free. You might debate we, a refugee, no harm hurt me. Dying thirsty from the struggle to my own hustle bubble on the low. Woe is me to show the free bar right. The righteous Asiatic take a while, shaitan rob light. Civilized like the Molly Burgundy. Wally rockin', seen the fifth when Ali clocked and John Forte, you keep.
All right. LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, guys. So, just really looking at a lot of the interviews that Anthony Joshua had done when he was over here in America. And I'll be honest, the only, really good question I thought that he got that came from Nessa, the Boxing Voice, and Blue Blood Sports TV. And those are the questions I really wanted to, I really wanted to know. And I just kind of fast forwarded to that part of the interview and listened to those questions. And then I wanted to hear how Anthony Joshua would respond. And, AJ, I don't know, man. AJ a trip. And it's almost like he said, well, I ain't see no money in my bank account. I ain't see no money in my bank account. Like, they're going to give you the money. I thought that, you actually have to, I thought that you have to actually fight first. And then after you fight, you get the money. I mean, that's what I thought. Are they allowed to pay him up front? I'm just asking, And then when they asked AJ about the proof of funds, he said, well, my bank account ain't even changed. So that kind of didn't make sense to me, okay? And then, this guy right here was asking AJ some questions. Shout out to CBS. Now, this guy asked him. He came right at him. He said, listen, what's going on with Deontay Wilder? And, of course, they blamed everything on Wilder. Hey, Wilder, was supposed to sign this contract. And so the guy asked him, he said, listen, man, this is a big fight. It's a big fight, so why the flat fee? This is going to be a big fight. So, you got a major network in CBS asking the same question, why? So why offer Wilder a flat fee, Now, I know, Wilder said he would actually take that, and then Wilder tried to negotiate. But see, Wilder got sick and tired of the games, man. Because see, it was Deontay Wilder who said, okay, listen, I will take $12.5 million, but when I knock out Anthony Joshua, you got to take the same thing. I think that's fair. I think that's more than fair, and it's called negotiating. Okay, $15 million, the same thing. Wilder said he would take the $15 million. He said, but when I knock out Anthony Joshua, you got to take the same thing in a rematch. I think that's more than fair. See, I guess people just want to forget that, because they want to, support their fighter. I don't give a crap, but it sounds like to me that this guy, not really interested in doing this fight. He's not. And then you got all the contradictions. Like first, it was like, okay, well, we can't have Wembley. We can't acquire Wembley Stadium in September for Deontay Wilder. We can't acquire that. So now what? But in September they got the stadium for Alexander Povetkin. How are we gonna explain that? I don't. And then the contract that Eddie offered, he was saying, hey, we really want to look to fight Deontay Wilder in April of 2019. Whoa, wait a minute. I thought that they said they were really trying to make this fight next. See, guys, there's just a lot of things that just don't make sense, okay? And this to me don't make sense. And now AJ recently was saying, hey, well, since y'all talking about Deontay Wilder so much, why don't you guys train and go fight him? Well, no, AJ, we're not the fighters. You're the fighter, okay? We're going to be paying the pay-per-view to watch you. You're the fighter. You get paid to fight. We don't get paid to fight. If we did, then I'm sure more of us would have more guts than you did, man. Everybody, instead of being a vagina, why don't you just go ahead and be a man of your word. You asked for $50 million. They acquired $50 million. Okay, you know damn well you're not gonna get $50 million in your bank account before the fight starts. I mean, come on. Let's not be stupid, okay? Let's not be stupid. Let's not say things and treat people like they're casual fans, because everybody's not a casual fan. We're on to this, okay? Are you serious? Like, you really think that somebody's just gonna put $50 million in your account with no nothing, just put it in your account because you're supposed to have it? No, your bank account ain't changed, fool, and it's not gonna change until you fight Deontay Wilder, moron. Like, man, I can't even believe that I'm actually breaking this stuff down, man. I can't even believe that I'm doing that, but it is what it is. And what is this on the coach's stream? Is this Eddie Hearn trying to get at me? Nah, he can't. But yeah, so there it is, man. You told the fans to fight, and see, look, let's do a timeline, okay? So he said, hey, you know what? I don't know. I probably won't be able to fight Wilder till 2019 or 2020. I mean, do you guys remember that? Now, this was before any negotiations went on. This was before anybody talked about anything. He said, man, I ain't going to want to fight him till 2019 or 2020. I mean, how you going to explain that? Okay? I mean, how we going to explain it? Then a $12.5 million comes into play. Okay? Well, Deontay said, yeah, I'll take it. But, AJ got to take the same thing. They turned that down. I take the $15 million, but AJ got to take the same thing after it's over. Turn that down. So I don't get it, So do we really want to fight? Then AJ said, well, my bank account ain't changed. Well, no. See, I mean, all of these things, hey, we'll fight Wilder in Wembley Stadium. I mean, yeah, Wilder got to agree to the fight. Oh, wait a minute. Now, all of a sudden, Wilder can't get to Wembley Stadium, but they can make a fight for Povetkin. And then AJ said something else, too. He said, well, I have to fight Povetkin because I don't want to lose my belt. Wait a minute. I think the governing bodies would give you an exemption to try to unify. They would do that. The governing bodies would give you an exemption because it's an undisputed. It's a unification. I mean, I'm sure they would do that. They've done it before. So what would make this circumstance different? I mean, what would make this situation different? I mean, he would be able to unify the belts and become the undisputed champion. Of course they would go for that. Of course they would go for that, because that means more sanction and fees for those greedy bastards. Of course they're going to go for that. More money. Come again? Come again. So you have to defend your belt, or you want to defend your belt against your mandatory to avoid the guy that you don't want to get in there with. And that, I could really care less, but that's just the way that is. Good job, AJ. Good job. Boy, you're really killing your American fan base. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe.